So if The Good Liar taught me anything, is that when you have Ian McKellen and Bill Condon doing a movie together, you have to be excited because Gods and Monsters was an amazing movie. What's up, guys, and welcome to Movie Importance movie review of The Good Liar, the newest film from director Bill Condon, and it stars Helen Mirren, Ian McKellen, Russell Tovey, and Jim Carter. So, The Good Liar is based off a book by Nicholas Searley. It's about this con man who is played by Ian McKellen. He goes around and basically swindles all kinds of people. He does it to the rich. He does it to the widows. He's very good at what he does, and he has a partner who is played by Jim Carter, who plays Vincent, and they are in the process of just swindling people. Well, he gets involved with this woman who's played by Helen Mirren, who plays Betty, and Betty is a widow. Her husband has just died, and he basically finds a way to, get into her life, get into her son's life, who's played by Russell Tovey, who plays Steven, and he kind of integrates himself to basically con her out of all her money because she's a rich widow. And we get our story of how this plays out, how he integrates himself, how he basically lies himself because he's a very good at what he does, which is lying and conning people. And it becomes an interesting thriller of, people doing things that are bad and the problems involved with that. And I went into this movie wanting to love this movie because I love Bill Condon, like I said in my intro. I love Ian McKellen. I love Helen Mirren. I don't really know much about Jim Carter and Russell Tovey, but those three actors, Helen Mirren and Ian McKellen and of course Bill Condon, should make for a great story. Should make for a great pairing. And in essence, it is a great pairing, and they have a nice job, and they do very, very well throughout the movie of him trying to con her, him pretending that he really cares about her, and her being the widow, so she's down and she falls for him. It's really, really, I was actually kind of invested, and then it reaches the ending, and you know what? Screw this movie. This movie, when the ending happens, when everything comes to a head at the very end of this movie, I was so angry and so upset by what was going on that it completely ruined this movie. This movie is awful. This movie takes what is a great concept and completely ruins it. And this is, oh my God, I'm so angry talking about this movie because you are taking a story that is directed by Bill Condon. You have great actors in it, and you completely squander, and you give us an ending that is so bad and so terrible and so ruthlessly stupid that what is even the point of this movie? I walked out of this movie going, what the heck did I just watch? What was the point of this movie? Is there anything good about this movie? Yes, it has an interesting setup. Yeah, it has an interesting con. But what the hell, man? I'm so boggled why this is even a movie. It I wanna not be so negative about movies, but when you go into a movie like this and you're so let down and you're so upset and so angry by what you've just watched, there's no point in being happy go lucky. You're just wanting to just not think about this movie again. It's like when I watched Slender Man last year. It's like I'm so angry. It's like actually like when I watch Rim of the World. It's like, what is going on here? When you have Ian McKellen, who is doing a nice job as playing that con man, and you have Helen Mirren, who's playing that nice job as that widow, and then you just throw in that ending, which I know is based off a book, but come on. Can you give us something better? Can you do something better? There is such great setup and such great moments in this movie that is just completely squandered, and you just get so angry watching it. And, there are people that were clapping this movie, and I'm like going, are you crazy? Did you not see what you just watched? Did you not see how this movie played out? Did you not get disgusted and angry and just bothered by it? It goes to places that I was not expecting. And when it does go to those places, I'm like, screw this movie. This movie sucks. This movie should not have been made. There's no logic, no rhyme, no reason to this movie. And the actors and actresses, Helen Mirren, Ian McKellen, and Bill Condon should be ashamed of this movie. It just, the whole idea of con setup is so interesting because it's done so well. David Mamet is known for doing great con movies with, like the heist and stuff like that. And there are some great con movies out there. But I don't know what they were thinking. I don't know what was going through their head when they made this movie. I don't know why they did it. I don't know. It was maybe a chance for Ian McKellen and Helen Mirren to work together. It was a chance for, to visit interesting topics and interesting subjects. But it's so haphazardly done. The ending goes to just places that just make me angry, and I hate this movie. It's going to go in my top 10 worst of this year because it's just this is so bad. And, even the music from Carter Burwell can't save this movie. Bill Condon, who's done stuff like Chicago and Dreamgirls and, like I said, Gods and Monsters and Kinsey. I don't know what he was thinking. I don't know what anybody in this movie was thinking. And I'm ranting and going off on a tangent, but, if you had gone and taken the first 2/3 of this movie and then done something completely different with the ending, I would have been fine with it, even if it wasn't the greatest movie, because there are moments in this movie where I was enjoying myself. I like to see, Ian McKellen as the bad guy. But when you go to that type of ending, you've completely lost interest in what I'm excited for. You completely lost me in the ideas and, motivations for everything that's going on. And I see this movie just as a abomination of fun and excitement and its premise, and oh my god, this movie's terrible. I don't recommend it. If you do like this movie, that's perfectly fine, but go see Ford vs Ferrari. Go see Charlie's Angels, for God's sakes, because I'm sure that's a fun movie, but this sure wasn't. And it's gonna ruin a lot of people's fun times. A lot of people, especially at the older age and the senior age, are gonna go see this movie because of Helen Mirren and Ian McKellen. But when you get to that ending, it's like, why? What was the point? So I think the movie sucks, but you know what? People are gonna like it. People are clapping, and that's their God-given right. But don't expect me to applaud something that was so despicable in its ending. So I'm trying not to spoil it for it. But if you want to know what it is, I will be happy to tell you in a DM. But yeah, so there you go. That's as good as you're gonna get with this movie review. Don't see this movie. So anyways, thank you so much for watching. If you like what you see, hit the subscribe button, hit that notification button at the top to find out what's coming next. I'm losing my sanity talking about this movie. And of course, comment below on any video that you watch. If you see this movie, if you liked it, whatever. If you didn't like it, I expect dislikes on this review. So there you go. But anyways, thank you so much for watching. Peace out. What's up, guys? Thank you so much for checking out Movie Emporium. I really appreciate it. If you want to, go ahead and hit the subscribe button. Hit the notification button and the bell at the top. Find out what's coming next for Movie Emporium. Also, check out these 2 videos. They're amazing. I think they're awesome. I think you'll enjoy them too. But otherwise, thank you so much for watching, guys. We'll see you next time.